We went green to checker without a stoppage in our first 5 heats of the National Modified Sedan Title. What will we see in round number 2 is heat number 6 will get us underway. And Brendan Higgs, who had a pretty tough run in his opening heat to start this national title, will lead him into turn number 1, has a bit of a moment. And the number 48 Commodore will fall back to 4th place as Dylan Burrows made a good start from the 3rd row, and Brooke Ferguson is up there along with Callum Ball and Narragan's Paul Stevens going to work on the bottom side of the racetrack. But the veteran, the 5-time Queensland champion from Gympie in Queensland, Gary Pagel, leads at the moment. And the Welby Race Engines Ford Falcon, he's out very wide. He was nearly out on Albany Highway that time around down in turns 1 and 2. Paul Stevens in car number 6 is looking to the inside from Narragain here in Western Australia. Paul Stevens on the bottom side of the racetrack, a long-time production sedan competitor who's been in modified sedans the last couple of summers. And he's looking to the inside of Gary Pagel, looking to win his first heat race at a national title in modified sedans. It's Paul Stevens taking on the former national champion in Gary Pagel, who's in a Ford. Stevens in the hold, and they're still side by side as they exit turn number 4 and come down the front straight here at Atwell Park. And Stevens has the nose in front of the line. Dylan Burrows 3rd. The VA16, the 16-year-old, doing a great job. He had some big results in Queensland back in January, and he's up in 3rd here in Western Australia in heat number 6 of this national title, battling with a couple of Albany locals in Jason Batchelor and Callum Ball. Nathan McDonald, the Queensland champion, is 6th from Brendan Higgs. Then further back to Brooke Ferguson and Wade Rigney. Your drivers on track as we got a wheel cover might have just gone into the crowd here in the front straight. Luckily that has stayed out of harm's way. They're side by side for the race lead, and they're side by side for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th place. Nathan McDonald and the Commodore throwing everything at Callum Ball. Jason Batchelor and Dylan Burrow and their Falcons. Burrow and Batchelor and the Falcons are the Commodores of McDonald. And also Callum Ball as Gary Pagel climbs the wall just past the Auto 1 sign. This is the opportunity that Paul Stevens needs. He looks to the inside of Pagel, and the number 6 Commodore from Western Australia just has the nose in front. The Queenslander fighting on the outside. And what about the battle for the minors? Burrow, Ball, McDonald and Jason Batchelor are nearly 4 wide as they head down the back straight here at Atwell Park. What a race, probably the heat race of the night so far for the modified sedans. 3 laps to run, and Gary Pagel wrestles back the race lead. The Q9 from Gympie puts the nose back in front of Paul Stevens. Dylan Burrows doing a phenomenal job. He started from the outside of the 3rd row. He's just 16 years of age. His first season in modified sedans. He stepped out of juniors. He's got the Queensland champion and also Callum Ball for company. The former WA champion and Jason Batchelor from here in Albany. Oh, going at it. It's starting to close up at the front of the field. 2 to run. Pagel has the nose in front. Stevens digging on the bottom in car number 6. They're side by side in a pits corner for the second last occasion. Jason Batchelor is 3/4 track high. Dylan Burrow, Nathan McDonald and Callum Ball. You can throw a blanket over them as they get the white flag. 1 lap remaining of Atwell Park. Paul Stevens has the nose in front. Pagel's going to try and go back around the outside. Down the back straight for the final time. Gary Pagel's in front. Stevens a big lunge in the pits corner for the final time. It's going to be a race to the checker flag. They come off turn number 4 and Stevens gets it on the line. From Pagel, I think Jason Batchelor got there for 3rd in the end. From Dylan Burrow, Callum Ball, Nathan McDonald, Brendan Higgs a distant 7th from Brooke Ferguson and Wade Rigney. But how about that, Albany? The heat race of the night from the modified sedans. Paul Stevens from Western Australia defeats the former national champion in Gary Pagel by 0.079 of a second. Get up on your feet, Albany. If that doesn't turn you on, you haven't got a switch. Unbelievable stuff from the modified sedans here in heat race number 6. Brought to us by the City of Albany. Morgan Melbourne, what a race. From up here in the tower, it was sensational, and I reckon it would have been the same from down there.
One of the best races you will see all weekend long. Paul Stevens, what a run. He just was committed to the bottom side of the racetrack. I was getting ready to talk about Pagel rolling the top side of the racetrack and deciding that the back straight wall was the place to be. But Paul Stevens, you're on the bottom. You stayed there, you were committed, you didn't do anything silly, you just made sure you had to do everything right, and for that you get 36 points in an absolute unbelievable race, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, fuck, how cool was that? That was awesome. Pagel running the top, me on the curb, just nice, tight racing, and yeah, what a race, that was awesome.
Lucky enough you didn't realise that there was another 6 or 7 cars That was one of the best races, and mate, you did everything right, and the best thing about it is you get 36 points out of it as well.
Yeah, I'm stoked. It's massive. It's just not for me, but for all the people back there helping me. It's definitely good.
We can definitely hear Narrogin is getting on their feet after that one. Paul Stevens bringing the house down in heat race number 6, Smallwood, and I can feel it. This next heat race has got the same sort of ingredients to do the exact same.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, this one, Morgan Melvin. Heat number 7 of the SSA National Modified Sedan Title, brought to us by the team at Kinnear Brothers Electrical. A1, Brock Atkins will start from pole position. It's going to be a field of 8 to go round. Shane Dublin in the 333. Commodore from Pinjarra scratching for the remainder of the weekend. He was scheduled to start from P3. So it's going to be A1, Brock Atkins, and the W19 of Josh Stewart from the front row. Row number 2, the W36 of Sam McCauley, and the W17 of...